Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new video. Today I want to share with you my first impressions of the 2021 Boardman URB 8.8 hybrid bike. I picked up the bike from Halfords here in the UK this morning and I've done a 10 to 15 mile cycle and thought I'd share some initial thoughts with you. Once I've covered more miles, I'll create a follow-up video. When ordering the bike, I paid £700, but in the last week that has seen a price increase to £750. However, I do have a short tip that might save you £50 on this bike, which I'll share at the end of this video. So, the style of this bike's a hybrid, which typically falls somewhere between a mountain bike and a road bike. I'd say this leans more towards the road bike side with its geometry, lightweight and lack of suspension. The main feature of the 2021 model over last year is the Gates belt drive, which also means hub gears, Shimano Nexus 7. On the subject of the belt drive and the hub gear, there are some quick pros and cons. So for the pros, we have no chain to lubricate or rust when riding in wet weather. Hub gears are sealed, are therefore protected from elements. And that's what makes this bike a good commuter, less requirement for frequent maintenance, although I can see this being a strength for winter training bikes also. In terms of the cons, there is some restricted gear range compared to a chain and derailleur system, and there's also some claims that it might be expensive if it goes wrong. And in terms of the other, not a pro or a con, but one of the things you can do with hub gears is change the gear when you're stopped. So if you come up to a set of traffic lights in a high gear, you can drop it down to a low gear without having to pedal and change. So beyond the drivetrain, with the lack of derailleurs, the bike has a nice minimalist appearance like a fixie that I really like. The frame's a nice colour, which looks premium in my eyes. It has a matte finish. It's very similar to the green of the iPhone 11 Pro if you've seen that. The frame welds though, while they aren't bad, they're nowhere near as smooth as the ones that I've seen on previous Boardman bikes. The smooth welds on the 2017 Team Hybrid were one of the things I liked best about that particular bike. There are some proper threaded mudguards and pannier mounts. It would have been nice for the bike to come with mudguards, but at least this allows the owner to select ones that they like and they can go for a set that fits their budget. It comes with 700C Boardman branded wheels, which are tubeless ready and come wrapped in Vittoria Zafiro 32C tyres. And for stopping power, it comes with Tektro hydraulic brakes with Shimano discs and rotors. These work really well, and from my experience are on par with ones that come on the Voodoo Bizango, and those are made by Shimano. So after doing my first 10 to 15 mile cycle, I had some thoughts that I thought people might be interested in. First, the weight of the bike. It comes in about 11.5 kilograms, and that's a subjective thing as to whether that's heavy or not based on your experience. From my experience, I think that's pretty reasonable, and it's around about the weight of a budget road bike. The next thing people might wonder about is the gear ratios. The lowest and highest gears are limited due to the hub system, and you'll notice this as soon as you start riding the bike. The lowest and highest gear both come short of the 11 to 28 tooth cassette on my road bike. Hills will be a little tougher and I'll spin out in some hills too. Lastly, I thought some people might wonder how to change and tension the belt. There is a split in the frame which can be used to replace the belt, and the tension is done by adjusting the bottom bracket. I did notice though in the paperwork that nowhere does it explain how to remove the back wheel of the bike. I'll need to do that to fit mudguards, so I look forward to seeing how that comes out. So comparing the bike to the Boardman, the URB 8.6 or the 8.8, well, firstly the 8.6 sells at £525, that's £225 cheaper in today's prices than the 8.8. It has a chain rather than the belt drive, and the hub is a 3-speed Nexus hub rather than 7. It is slightly lighter however. For the URB 8.9 you'll pay a little bit extra, so £100 extra, £850 in total, and that £100 extra gets you an 8-speed Alpine hub and a carbon front fork, and that again is also a little lighter than the 8.8 with the carbon front fork. I might actually wish this is the one that I went for, but we'll see how we get on. So in terms of conclusion, we're going to leave it there just now, and I hope this has given you a good understanding of the bike. I couldn't find much about it online myself, so I've picked up a set of Bontrager NCS mudguards, so I'd expect to see a video on the fitting and a review of those. If you have any questions about things I've missed, please comment below and I'll try and answer them or add them to my full review. And then getting back to that how to save £50 on the bike. British cycling membership costs £26 a year. Once you have it, it entitles you to a 10% discount at Halfords. That reduces the price of this bike by £75 on today's prices, and that overall gets you a discount of £49 when you take off the membership fee. I think that's definitely worth exploring. So that's it for now, thanks for watching and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.